It, mu- it must be my birthday. You guys, this is the best birthday I've ever had.
Happy birthday, Rolly.
Thank you guys.
Rolly, how's your moment? How's the moment in the sun feel, man? You were a fighter. People counted out in this fight. Now you're winning, doing the circuits. Everybody giving you a lot of credit. How's the moment feel right now?
I told y'all motherfuckers. I told everybody. Y'all don't listen. Nobody want to listen. And I specifically told you. I specifically told you. So, yeah. You guys are getting calls. You guys should probably have this on Do Not Disturb.
Rolly, you and Ryan rematch. Is that something that you're interested in right now?
I mean, yeah, if he wants to do a rematch, like I said, I don't know if he's like mentally well to have a rematch right now. Aside from that, I feel like he does have other obligations with somebody else. That I don't think too many people are very interested in seeing. But I mean, if you have obligations, you should honor your obligations.
After Friday's performance, Teofimo called you and himself face of boxing. How do you feel about that statement?
I mean, I agree. I agree. Anything regarding me being the face of boxing, I agree with. So.
Are you guys cool again? You and Teofimo?
Yeah, I forgave him. I forgave him. I gave right after he had won the fight, and we gave each other a hug. I had forgave him. And honestly, I forgave him long ago, long before that, because I'm not really a vengeful person that holds grudges.
Rolly, you have a lot of celebrity friends. Which one hit you up after the fight, or they all did?
The Immortal Technique was with me the whole time. It's funny, but he I'll tell you like this, he's the greatest underground rapper of all time. And honestly, probably the greatest shit talker in music. So, um, I mean, I don't know. I haven't really checked too much my phone. Like I said, I still have notifications I haven't even opened up.
Rolly, heading into the fight, it was thought like, Rolly has a puncher's chance. He'll have to punch with Ryan. But was this fight actually the culmination of the mature Rolando Romero? And it showed by outboxing him. And yeah, this is a different Rolando Romero than the guy who won a title in 35. This is a culmination of a different matured Rolly.
By the time, look, when I was at 35, right? Where my fights at 35, like, I was fighting like 37, 38, all that stuff, right? And eventually when I fought for a title, I fought at 35, but it happened right after COVID, right? So, I mean, it was like 5, 6 months of not training, really. So, I moved, in reality, my body had already moved up in weight. So at that time, I was already a 40 pounder, killing myself for 35. And you can see, like, the dynamic of my whole boxing career, right? Of like where I was knocking out everybody in the first, second round, right? But I mean, I was like, bro, I won the belt, and I decided, I stayed down there. I defended, and I got a big shot with Tank, and that got delayed. And clearly, like by that time, all those fights I should have been a 140 pounder. By the time I was at 40, I should have been a 47 pounder. I mean, I was calling out. I was calling out Arrow after to fight him right after I fought Tank. I was just skip 40 and go straight 47. But I mean, I got an opportunity at 40, and I stayed at 40. And I won the belt at 40. But I should have been at 47 for a very long time, and I think it's very apparent that I should have been. I mean, how do I move up in weight and get a lot faster, more explosive? That doesn't make sense. You actually get slower usually when you move up in weight, or am I wrong about that? So I don't even remember the question. I just started going on that
Is
rant.
it all just the weight, or was it a change?
It was
in
clear.
style?
It was clearly the rate. No, it was clearly the weight. And I didn't. You guys couldn't really see me box early on in my career because I was flatlining people within the first few rounds.
You always would tell me Floyd Mayweather, the number one thing you took from him was the jab to the body.
I mean, I think that's the money punch for me, right? That's always been the money punch for me from the beginning, and that punch will break down anyone little by little. I mean, I've dropped people with it, so.
Did Floyd talk to you about? Did you talk about the fight with Floyd afterwards?
No, I haven't spoke to Floyd. I haven't spoke to Floyd.
Raleigh, what did you make of all the different experiences that the guys had in the ring? For you, you had so much to fight for coming in here. But guys
I,
like Ryan Garcia,
I didn't have anything to fight for. I had to fight for myself.
title, yeah.
I had to fight for myself.
Okay, but Canelo, Ryan Garcia, Devin Haney, all kind of flat. What do you make of that?
Look, it comes down to this, right? I'm tired of people, and like I said, this is coming from a fighter. But you guys shouldn't be overpaying fighters because then it makes them not want to actually perform. And especially when you have fights lined up for your next fight and all that stuff, right? And it's sad because it's taking away like, oh, all I got to do is fucking survive this fight for a next paycheck, and it's been going on for it's been going on for a very long time. It is really messing up the sport. It's like you guys gotta do it like the UFC does. Like you do a shit performance, fuck y'all ain't getting no damn money. Like, and that's why it's taking away the hunger of these fighters. Where it's like, well, they got a guaranteed check next. That's why all these motherfuckers keep protecting their oh, I'm undefeated. I'm undefeated. Like, look, I have 2 losses, right? Most of my losses come from big fights, but it's never derailed anything. I'm still here. I'm still. They can't take me away. I keep coming back. Like, yeah, y'all think I'm gone. I come back again and again and again. But that's because I have balls and I keep fucking going after what the hell I want. Unlike these other dudes, they want to protect their They want to be like, oh, it's not enough money, so I'm not gonna fight all this stuff. Like I said, I fight for belts. I fight for legacy. These guys, they all only fight for money, and it's sad and it's destroying the sport.
Did you get paid
Yeah, I got paid, but I mean,
all fully?
yeah, but it's not. But yeah, I got paid fully. Yeah, yeah. I'm pretty sure I did.
Will Haney have a fight on your undercard again?
Nah, he put the crowd to sleep before I got out, but it's alright. I woke him back up.
Did you feel you had the pressure of kind of performing after what Haney did in that fight?
Look, bro, I didn't even watch. Bro, I swear, I watched like a round of that fight because they had the TV on, bro. I just hear him, bro, and I swear, bro, I was warming up, bro, and I was like getting like slumped, right? And I'm like, bro, I can't watch this, bro. I gotta warm up for this fight, bro. I'm gonna be half asleep. Maybe that's what happened to Ryan. Maybe he was watching Devin's fight too much.
Were you surprised Ryan didn't bring it more?
Yeah, he's probably watching Devin's fight. Yeah, he probably just woke up from a nap.
No, but seriously, were you surprised he didn't give you more than what you got?
He gave me the best.
You thought that was his
That was
best?
yeah. He was a focused Ryan Garcia. Or was he not focused? Is anyone gonna try to say he wasn't focused that whole fight, that whole camp and everything? He didn't do any of the bullshit he did. He was the most focused person I've ever seen ever. Because Ryan takes me seriously. He's gonna take me seriously because he knows me. But like I said, I I know him too well. So I know exactly how he's gonna come and where he's gonna come. And I think even he was surprised with it because
You seem to be different, Rolando, than you were in what 2 months ago. You seem to be more humble. Can you tell us what brought that?
well, this wasn't a trash talk fight. Ryan's like a gazelle, right? He's like over there eating like his like grass and all this stuff, and it's like just frolicking through the savannah. And like if I go up to him like too fast, he's gonna run away. So that's you gotta handle him with a lot of care and patience.
Ryan spoke about the atmosphere. It didn't feel like a boxing match.
I don't know. It felt like a boxing match to me. So if you're getting punched in the face, it feels like a boxing match, right or wrong. You gonna tell me it didn't feel like a boxing match if you're getting punched in the face? Bullshit excuse.
Rolly, Ryan's known for his left hook, but he didn't really throw it that much against you. Why do you think?
I neutralized it. The second he threw one left hook, what happened? He got dropped. He never threw it again because like I said, and the only reason he didn't get knocked out cold is because he didn't throw at all. He didn't even take a single risk. He fought to survive at that point. He tried in the third round to keep going a little bit, but he realized the second he opened up, he was gonna get knocked out.
Rolly, in the lead into the fight, nobody caught this. But Haney's going at it with Teal, Ryan's going out with Haney. You're sitting there with your legs on the table, smiling, leaning backwards. What were you thinking?
All my kids are fighting, and it's just like I took that one from my dad. You know, I remember me and my sister would be arguing and fighting and all that stuff, right? And my dad would just sit up and put his feet on the table and just watch and laugh, you know. And it reminds me of my dad, you know. And it's like I truly became him, you know. And yeah, you know, I mean, me and him are so different in many ways, you know. But oh man, to even just think about this getting emotional. But I truly became, you know, I felt like I was more my dad this time around than anything.
By the way, leading into one of the big stories was the sounds that you make when you hit the heavy bag. How did you respond to all those videos? And is that on purpose? Is that by mistake?
Yeah, yeah, I like making sounds. I like making sounds. Yeah.
Well, you kind of executed everything like so nonchalantly. Going into the ring after you won, you didn't even put your hands up in the air when the bell rang. Why was that? Why'd you go about your business like that all week and in the fight?
I don't know. I can't give you guys an answer to that. I don't know.
Rolly, a couple weeks before the fight, I got a chance to interview Coach Bully. He let us know that he believed in you deeply. He loved you deeply. Talk to us about your relationship with Bully, even though he's not your primary trainer anymore.
At the end of it, Bullet's still family. He's been with me for a very long time, you know, and Bullet knew what I was gonna do to this dude. Everyone knew around me, always knew.
Really, you knocked Ryan down with the same left hook sequence that you did in your sparring session with him previously. Was that by design?
It wasn't the same left hook.
Sorry?
It wasn't the same left hook. Completely different. You know, the other left hook, I was coming at him from an angle like this, and I hit him right there when he tried throwing an uppercut. This one, he threw on the hook. I caught it, and I boom, and I hit him with a double hook. You know. But the first hook was the one that hurt him. But so it wasn't the same sequence. It's just like, you know.
Was there something about him that made you think that he would be susceptible to a left hook?
Like y'all haven't seen his fights? No. I mean, like y'all haven't seen his fights?
I've seen him.
Okay, that's enough. Okay, next question.
What's next for you, Rolly? Who do you want?
I haven't even thought that far ahead. I don't really think that far ahead. You know. Yeah, they can say this. I want to fight this person. I want to fight that person. What I really want is a nice vacation, which y'all all interrupted my vacation. By the way, I was in Miami. I was gonna go to an island. I was gonna go, you know, probably go be sipping on a coconut or something, you know. And then y'all, it's like, oh, I gotta come over here. I'm like, okay, I'll come over here and come back, and then I gotta go home. So now y'all delayed my vacation a few weeks.
But Rolly, nobody knows this, but the day before you fight, you hung out with a bunch of kids and you gave away shoes. Tell me about that. I mean, other fighters leave me alone. I won't be bothered.
Oh no, I was giving away shoes to kids with autism. You know, well, I have two cousins with autism, and you know, even the people closest to me in the industry, you know, they have autistic kids too. You know, so
That was very nice of you, but it was just something you planned on doing in New York?
yeah, my friend Maurice, he helped set up everything. You know.
And by the way, your dad wasn't at the fight, but you called him afterwards. Is that the
Yeah.
first fight he's missed?
No, it's not the first fight he's missed, but there's other reasons why he could not attend. Otherwise, he did want to be there, and I wish he was gonna be there, but it would have. It's for the better that he wasn't there at this moment.
Why?
Rolly,
It's just personal. I can't right now.
Okay.
Rolly, who actually qualifies as a big fight right now? Which fighters?
Wait, what?
Which fighters actually qualify as a legit big fight in your mind?
Y'all want to see me whoop Ryan's ass again?
You said Ryan? Like,
No.
who actually makes the cut is, okay, I can get up for this. I can really give a shit about this and be motivated for it. Which fighters actually qualify?
Rolly Pacquiao.
Well, Mario, do you think he beats Mario's?
Don't matter if he beats Barrios or not. Still Rolly Pacquiao. How many losses does Pacquiao have? Oh, that's another thing, bro. Pacquiao another one that don't give a fuck about losses, and everyone keep tuning in for him, right? Bro, all that undefeated shit, that don't mean shit if you're not fighting nobody. Nobody gives a fuck about you.
Rolly, who you going on vacation with? You got a wifey?
I mean, I might be in love.
You might be in love.
I might be in love.
Okay.
You, you and Broner, how big would be that press tour?
The biggest trash talk fest ever. But I don't know, cause I like Broner, like I like him a lot, and it's me and him get along really well, But I will proudly roast his ass and whoop his ass. The whole, so that right there would be a very fun one for the fans in general.
And what do you tell all the people who now say after this weekend, I've heard this a lot, I'm a Rolly fan now. Like they weren't a fan yesterday, but today they love you.
They've always been Rolly fans. Everybody's always. I've never. They could talk all this shit they want about me on the internet or all this stuff, right? And they're probably gonna talk shit about me in 2 weeks. I'll probably do something stupid in 2 weeks. They'll start talking shit about me, whatever. I'm used to it, right? But have they ever disrespected me in person? Or what do they do when they come up to me in person, Ellie?
Pictures, autographs.
Pictures, autograph, rob me, swarm me. Because I'll tell you like this, I got a different aura than every single one of these other fighters were. It's like y'all all see me at fights and stuff like that. It'll be like a mosh pit of like 50 people just following me around. And I don't need no bodyguards or any of that stuff because, all these people that want to go be in an entourage and all that stuff, I make my own entourage. So myself is just me. I don't really hang out with people. I'm always by myself.
Did anyone from the Saudis or PBC say anything to you about this is what we'd like you to do next, fight wise?
No, we haven't thought about any of that stuff. PBC's letting me enjoy my victory.
Really, has something changed in your camp or just your mindset? Because throughout the years, you seem like you matured. That you used to talk like more crap before. Now you're more like letting your hands talk and letting you talk in the ring more than you talk outside.
I mean, I still talk outside. I'm always trash talking something, or if I trash talk myself, I don't even care. But
You seem more focused though.
no, I've always been focused. It's just it's also the maturity. I have matured a lot really over. Last year was really hard on me. Like even from like it was like it started like towards the end of 2023. It was really hard on me. So and you know how it is. Every like 6, 7, 8 years, you go through these weird depressions as a man. Where it's like you just come back and you become a better man. I'm sure all you guys have went through it as well. And I feel like overall, I became a better man. I grew closer to Jesus. I read the whole New Testament in a week. And I just became overall a better man, and not really just spiritually, but just helping people, understanding people, and understanding everyone around me, and caring for them deeply.
It definitely shows. After the fight on Ryan Garcia, like he gave you the pound, like giving you props. You kind of seemed like you felt bad for him in a way. Did you feel some type of way for him, being that you know him for so long?
No, I mean obviously I don't feel bad for anybody in boxing as far as that. I feel bad for the person who's driving to work at 4 in the morning and gets hit by a drunk driver. I feel bad for that person. I don't feel bad for somebody that signs a contract and gets their ass beat.
How did you feel when Ryan cried?
Yeah, see, everyone want to go talk, like I said, bad about Ryan for crying. When, like I said, like it just shows that he's human. Like I said, like earlier in another interview, in the same van, I was sitting there, right, and I was crying too because I really achieved everything I said I was gonna do, and I mean that's overwhelming, I mean it just shows that he's human, and it shows that I'm human too, and anyone that wants to go talk shit about him, they're just hating on the internet and they're miserable because they can't do what the fuck we do.
Rolly, you got a version of the WBA title now. Jaron Ennis, he has the full WBA title. Is there a path for you guys to be fighting together?
See, the thing with Jerome Ennis, right? Like, Jerome Ennis is a tremendous fighter. Like I say, I'm not gonna take anything away from him, but it's not a it's not a massive fight. You know, there's so many bigger fights for me. Like, would I rather fight? I don't know. For instance, a Pacquiao or Jerome Ennis. What's a bigger fight for me? What's a more? What fight would sell more? Me and Broner or me and Jerome Ennis? Obviously, me and Broner. What would sell more? Me and Ryan again or me and Jerome Ennis? What would sell more? Tank coming up to fight for his fourth division, or me and Jerome Ennis? It's just basic, you know. What's a bigger fight for? Like, it's not. I'm not even talking about money. Fuck the money. What's a bigger fight for the boxing world? So that's how I really feel about that. I have no problem with it. I think he's doing great. I think he's eventually gonna get to that point where, you know, because he's a tremendous fighter. And honestly, I don't even think he's gonna be at 47 much longer because, you know, he's a bigger kid. Well, yeah, he's younger than me. He's a few years younger than me. So yeah, he's a bigger kid.
What do you tell all the critics that criticize every aspect of your boxing, but you're a three-division champion right now?
Oh fuck. They can say whatever the fuck they want. Like I said, I don't really care. I just don't care.
Really, you mentioned like you fight to be world champion, not for money. But some of those guys, Ryan, Pacquiao, they don't have belts, and Norman and
But
Boots do. How do
but
you reconcile the two?
see, but the thing is, those fights aren't for money either. Those fights are for legacy. Those are more legacy, and those are. Would I be more remembered for fighting Jerome Ennis or Brian Norman, or for beating Manny Pacquiao? What would I be remembered more for?
Being Pacquiao.
Okay, so I mean, there's a lot more than that. I mean, I've had three belts now. So like I say, I mean, if one of those people had one of those belts, obviously I would. But I mean, I still overall want to go after the legacy fight.
Guys, two more questions,
If,
please.
if you're gonna fight Pacquiao, would you try to do the sit-up challenge first?
How he does 2600, right, Ellie? Yeah, that might be a little too many for a moment. I tried that stick thing; it hurts a little bit.
Do you want to see Manny back though in the ring? Do you think he should be
I,
fighting at this age, 46?
I'm hearing he's gonna come back. That's been all over Twitter, no?
But do you
So
want to see? Would you want to fight a 46-year-old Pacquiao?
I'll fight him. Shit. If I mean, there's fighters that win up like and they continue to fight even as they're older. You know, he's coming back for a certain reason. So I don't know. Like I said, it's still a legacy fight.
Did your Dennis Lucas tell you anything about
Was there any
Pacquiao yet?
rematch clause involved at all, though? Like, have they told you, like, hey, like, they're requesting, like, for a rematch on Lions End?
I had a rematch clause, but the rematch clause was like they had to him and Devin had a rematch. So I don't know what's going on with all that. I don't really, like I said, I don't know what's going on their end. I don't really care what's going on their end. Um, I think the hype for their rematch has completely died out. I still would like to see it personally because I mean, who else doesn't want to go see Devin get his ass beat again? But I mean, I don't know. I can't really say.
All right, guys, thank you.
Thank you. Thanks, Rolly.
I